Blessed Oderic, whom we celebrate in the Franciscan calendar, entered the Franciscan order when he was only 15 years old. And he felt himself called by God to be a missionary, and he even prepared himself for this vocation by a strict life of penance, intimate union with God in solitude, and a serious application to study. After ordination, he labored as a zealous preacher of penance. The people came from great distances to hear his sermons, and through him to be reconciled to God in the confessional. But soon, even with this apostolic activity, his zeal could not be contained. He desired to win souls for God in distant missionary territory, and if God so willed it, even to shed his blood for Christ. In 1296, he went as a missionary to the Balkan Peninsula, and then to the Mongols in southern Russia. And in 1314, he sailed for the Orient, and from Constantinople he crossed the Black Sea and traveled and preached in Armenia and Media, Persia, and in all these countries, the Franciscans had already founded missionary centers. With an Irish friar, he sailed to India and pushed on to China, preaching Christ crucified as he went his way. He finally arrived in the capital, Cambaluc, now called Beijing. There he met the great apostle of China, the Franciscan missionary Friar John of Monte Corvino, who had been appointed Archbishop of Cambaluc in 1307. After 3 years of fruitful labor in Cambaluc, Odoric resolved to go to Europe and to submit a report of his 15 years of apostolic labor to the reigning pontiff, John the 22nd. He did this in the hope of securing recruits for the apostolate. He traveled through China and Central Asia and returned to Italy in the year 1330, 65 years old, and so emaciated by constant toil and sufferings of various kinds that none of his brothers even recognized him. Reaching Pisa, he fell ill, and as it has been recorded that it was revealed to him that he should go to his native town and stay at the friary in Udine. At Padua, he rested several days, and at the command of his superiors dictated an account of his apostolic journeys to Brother William, although in his humility, he says nothing of the hardships and dangers that he encountered, but his associates report that he suffered torment from evil spirits and from wicked men, from wild animals, and from hunger and thirst and heat and cold. Once he was seized by heathens and tortured to near death when Jesus and Mary appeared consoling and strengthening him. Having arrived at Udine after a tiring journey, Father Oderic patiently awaited death in the friary where he had once received the holy habit. And after making a general confession, receiving the last sacraments, he died peacefully and entered into eternal rest on January 14th, 1331. And moved by the many miracles that were wrought at his tomb, Pope Benedict XIV in the year 1775 approved the veneration which had been paid to Blessed Odoric. We're just reminded of his missionary zeal, and that we too should have this same zeal for souls. And we pray to him for that gift.